conservatives, that it's another, idea, but you can't feel like, oh, I'm gonna, you move on. So you've been hacked for a week or whatever. So you get something else, and you have to, maybe some people can put papers on about what's going on, like I said the last time, get an aggressive paper or put on the website about the Constitution law, like Mark Levine comes out why this is, just anti-Constitution, anti-American. It's against what they're doing in the Democrat is a Stalin position, or a kind of.
What I'm hoping to do with what is going on with me and the Brooklyn Tea Party pages and the Trump page I run is, like I said, I would like to get on Fox News or one of these networks. I want to say my story, so I want that to be said. So people who have Facebook. Whoever has Facebook in this room, please go to the Brooklyn Tea Party page. My sister had to put up the story about me because I'm not allowed to put a link until December 20th. Please share it on your page, okay? Just share it because I want hits and play the video that I did. Right now I only have 86 views. That's nothing in YouTube land. I need thousands of hits. I need traction. We need to get our voice out there. It's very important. I'm not asking you to go out and protest right now in the streets. Do this from the comfort of your home. All you do is go onto your computer, go to Brooklyn Tea Party Facebook page, if you have it, or if you just don't have Brooklyn Tea Party. I'm sorry, if you don't have Facebook, it's very simple. Everyone has a way to go to YouTube, right?
Go on
www.youtube and look Glenn Nocera, Glennocera. There's only one of me. And click Glenn Nocera and go to my page, and it's the first video currently, and you play that. I need view hits. Share it to friends. Put it in the email blast. Put it in the email blast. I need hits. Yes, go ahead.
When you go on Facebook, everybody, don't play. Everybody should be on Facebook. Everybody should be on social media.
Not me.
You should.
Don't say everybody.
All right, whatever.
Wait. I'm just saying. You should.
Fine.
But that's your choice.
Right. That's.
But it's wonderful. But when you put, and talk about, instead of just, saying, oh, I got, blocked, and when people answer, like my sister, I don't answer them. People say things on my Facebook. Once you answer them, you're gone.
Right.
Don't people put things on my Facebook, oh, okay, that's too silly. But the idea is to put out what, what's going on, in a very innocent way, talk about it was a terrorist attack against American Jews. It wasn't just anti-Semitism. It was a terrorist attack about Americans who happen to be Jews.
Right.
That's an American affront. That should be a crime. Again, you should write.
But who knows with Facebook? They might say that's against community standards because
but you can write.
I forwarded an innocent news article about Trump signing an anti-Semitism law,
let her finish,
and that was boom, knocked out.
Thank you. That's okay. So when you write, don't write about it don't say, oh, just say, oh my God, how can this be going on in America? This was not only, it's not an anti-Semitic, it was a terrorist attack against Americans who happen to be Jewish. It's so sad, something like that silly, just write that out. And then talk about on your Facebook, explain how the Democrats, in a very nice, educated way, why, Mark Levine will go on and talk about why this is, it's a coup. And talk about the evidence and hoping that this will all come about. I put on Facebook a Piatto or something, because Giuliani is coming back. And he hopefully, God willing, has a tremendous amount of information. So Giuliani's going to go in front of the senator, hit the Piatto, and all of this is going to come out and choose which one you're going to take on, Hillary, Obama. Things like that, so that you get your point. You got to be more aggressive in a more positive way.
All right, thank you.
And if you can get the paper out, get some kind of paper out.
I appreciate very good points, Rudy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alan and then you. Okay. Hey, Howard. How you doing?
All right. Two things. One, since we are in the month of December, Chairman of the board over here, we've been waiting for more folks coming, but it is time to hold the vote, the official vote, for President, Vice President, Secretary, and Treasurer. So anyone who is a dues paying member. Thank you. Who's paid their dues, thank you. Not doing so hot today. Paid their dues.
Sally
and has made the prerequisite number of visits. We will be holding the vote shortly. Next thing, in regards to Jersey City and the attempted massacre there. What I find surreal has been people do not understand. I keep seeing people talk about a domestic terrorism charge. There is no official law on the United States books for domestic terrorism. There is none, whether it is against Jews from a group of, they went off to the Black Israelites Association, the two people who shot up the supermarket and possibly attempted to shoot yeshiva, or if we're talking about the man who, what was it, 25 years ago, blew up the Oklahoma City government building, there is no official charge of domestic terrorism. So either people need to be educated that there is no such charge, or we need to move and find some way to make a domestic terrorism charge. But I am tired of listening to leftists who have no clue about the letter of the law dictate why has Trump not done a domestic terrorism charge. The other thing for me is anyone who has heard our less than esteemed mayor, Big Bird.
You know, he just passed away.
I'm not a big fan of him.
He did.
The actor, not our mayor.
No, we don't.
The head of the McNuggets is still there.
Long life for
unfortunately.
everyone, just go out of office.
We have one of my favorite things he will talk about, and there's been a spate of anti-Semitic hate crimes in the Brooklyn area. You had the one off in Jersey City, of course, and he still keeps talking about white nationalists. No, what's his name, Wilhelm, there is no spate of white nationalist attacks in Brooklyn. This is
White nationalist attacks in Brooklyn.
attacks.
Yeah.
Well, when you have the attacks in Williamsburg and Crown Heights, and it's being perpetuated by the local minority community against the other local minority community, the Hasidic Jews, the Satmars, it's not white nationalists. We have black youths, we've had Hispanic youths, we've had a number of people. Stop blaming Trump for everything. It is past the time to grow up and say, listen, Tabe and the other one out in the squad, AOC, they have been stoking the flames of hate. You yourself have basically done the same thing. You keep passing the buck over to Trump. The fact is we need to stop the entire thing. Thank God in Britain, Corbyn, who was the head of the Labour Party, Socialist Party, was defeated
Good.
by a huge landslide.
Good.
And all of, thank God, as a Jew, I breathe a sigh of relief. We have Corbyn, who had called people from Hamas and Islamic Jihad and the Islamic Brotherhood, the Muslim Brotherhood, his friends. The left has grown incredibly intolerant of everyone else. And as one comedian said, it's not a question of punching down, but it's a question of punching up. It's racism if you punch down, it's not racism if you punch up, and he found it to be offensive. I totally agree. We need to weed out the endemic racism, anti-Semitism, whether it's on the right or on the left. Stop making apologies or stop saying that Tabe and the others are misquoted.
I've been,
Thank you.
I put on the Facebook page, anyone who submits a post that is anti any religious group or any religious figure, that post will not be approved. I've been getting posts that are anti-Pope Francis. Delete. I don't even bother to read them.
Do the same thing when I catch them.
Yeah, and anti-Islamic. Delete.
Same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not here to promote hate.
Amen.
No,
Okay? So everyone likes to write the narrative on us, to think Tea Party, oh, you must be Klans members. Think again, dream on, it's not the case.
I must
It was a
confess.
Democrat to the Clinton members.
I once confessed, I once approved the poster. I really couldn't figure out what he was talking about, but since he had cross references, and I love cross references, I said approve.
I remember that.
And then I got complaints it was an anti-Semitic post. I mean, it was just some kind of rambling something, but it says, oh, cross references, well, I got cross references, approve. And then I got
I yelled at control.
Applebaum again? Joe Applebaum again?
no, oh, Applebaum just emailed me, just to
Oh,
make
geez,
sure.
Wow.
please, we're filming.
He just emailed me.
Yes.
But no, we'll put Applebaum. And by the way, he has a son of color, did you know that?
Hmm.
He has a son of color.
I guess that guy would have an excuse for hating on, what was it, people after having Joe as his granddad or father.
Yes, go ahead.
In answer to her question, I've been following the Hong Kong protest story since the beginnings of the protests. The main problem with the effort to side with the protesters and to, advocate freedom in Hong Kong is Nike, the sneaker company.
Right.
Now, this is talked about a lot by Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, and Mark Levin. Nike sells a lot of sneakers in China because China in many ways wants to be like America, so they sell hundreds of millions, maybe
They
billions.
produce them in China too, don't they?
Produce them in China.
Okay, but anyway, they sell them there. So this increases the power of Nike. This increases the power and the bottom line of Nike. Nike has a death hold, a stranglehold on the NBA
Yes.
and college and university sports programs, okay? Because it's all about the sneakers and the advertising and the money and grooming students, while they're in these programs. Now, Nike also has a lot of advertising on Google and Facebook. So I won't say they have a stranglehold, but they have a tipping point. They enjoy a tipping point on Google and Facebook. So don't expect, Facebook or Google to agree with pro-protest posts. They won't. They lean in favor of Nike. Nike is very powerful, not just in colleges and universities, not just in the NBA, but on social media because of advertising. So if you post something about supporting the protesters, don't expect a favorable response from social media. That's it. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're 100% correct. Follow the money, as they say.
Yeah.
Not only that, actually China and Turkey contacted Facebook and warned that if it started to put something against their politics, they will just throw it out of this country. So Facebook stopped it. So as long as there is like a regime which doesn't want it, they will not do it.
Oh, yeah.
They could do it in America because it's free country.
Right. No, you're right. And they try to use the community standards, but they'll never tell you what the post did wrong. What was the fun words that you're trying to say?
One post
And they're in, yes.
I got disapproved of from Facebook. It says, this account has been deemed to be fake news. I almost posted, and I did post on Facebook, on our page unfortunately.
Well, maybe that's why I had the strike against fake news. They had the fake news strike. Maybe that was.
Well, I took it down before. I was told that Michael Jordan was running for the U.S. Senate as a Republican.
Okay, that wasn't good.
And I said, this is interesting, could you please verify this? And being an impatient person, I went on the internet and I tried to get verification. And I worked high and low. And I said to myself, I cannot verify this. And if he's running for Senate, he's supposed to be putting together some kind of team. And then I searched deep and found, oh, this is a hoax. And
Well, that's the thing. A lot of things on the internet you all have to be wary of. And a lot of things is just crap and it's fake. So there is a lot of fake, like The Onion. I saw someone put a thing of, it said Onion. Everyone knows around the Onion newspaper. It's all fake satire.
Yeah.
So all this crap is being promoted. And then when you see things on Facebook, you're like, oh, this actor just died. Look at the date when it happened. It could be from 10 years ago. For some reason, it's circulating on Facebook like it's a current event.
I just
That's
found
the
out
thing.
last week that Isola Foster, Pat Buchanan's running mate, passed away about 5 years ago.
It was like current, like it was a new.
I just found out about just last week.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. Yeah.
Just because you believe it
And just because you like it doesn't mean it's true. That goes both ways. You know, people think that you really get angry about it. That's just simply not true. Man, that's my favorite saying. That's simply not true.
No, it's true.
Another thing, there are other posts that we get, submissions that we get, they're not offensive, but they're inappropriate. For example, if you want someone to become a Protestant, that's fine, but it's not here. And I said, please submit this to Common Sense Christian Conservatives. They'll like it, because they want to hear from Christian conservatives without promoting politics. I said, this will be just great for Common Sense Christian Conservative. I will not approve this. Thank you for your submissions. Please submit something else. And also, people who want to become Catholic, our Jewish friends do not seek converts. So I haven't gotten anyone ask a request to become Jewish.
Right.
But,
So, I mean, that's the thing. We need to be leery of what we approve. You gotta, because it represents us as an organization. Because it's going on our page, and it's like we're putting this stamp of approval on that. That is why we have it where you have to submit first. Because if we're just going to allow it to go on the page like that, God forbid we're not looking and it's something for the Klan. And it's like, oh, Brooklyn Tea Party supports the Ku Klux Klan. Hell no. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. But you have to be careful. That's why we have that mechanism. All posts have to be approved by the administrator. Like I said, it didn't matter. I approved my own post or try to an innocent news article from Fox News, and they still said deemed unacceptable and offensive about people praying for the president. That's offensive. But not offensive for a naked image on this other guy's Facebook thing when I put the complaint, and Facebook gave me the report back and said, we don't deem it to be against community standards. Well, if there's nudity, you actually have an option on your stupid little thing that says, what are you complaining about? And it was nudity. There's a person's ass. But that's okay because it's against Republican. You know, it's acceptable. That's what I'm talking about, the bias.
Did you ever get any details as to why they said if somebody's praying for the president, that would be not proper?
No, and that's why I'm still trying to seek that out. If I posted, my sister posted that video I did, please forward that. I need that to go viral. Forward that YouTube video I made. I need this to go viral.
That's a problem.
Because I want to go on Fox News, and I want
If you can't post it, somebody's praying.
It's disgusting, yes. Alan, do we want to move on with the procedure of the election?
Yes, let's start that since I'm back. All right, so let me just move on top. With the departure of our first chairman of the board, Lawrence Winberry.
Alan, come over here.
Oh, I just realized I'm outside of view.
Come down there. There we go.
Yes, Glenn, I know. With the departure of our first chairman of the board, Lawrence Winberry, this organization and myself owes a great deal of gratitude for. It was with Lawrence's help that he and I drafted the club's constitution, which was years in the making. With Lawrence's departure, I have taken on the position of chairman of the board. As chairman of the board, it is my pleasure to hold the election for today. All right, swearing in of the candidates will be in January, assuming this January meeting,
January 19th is our next meeting.
assuming no
1:30
snowstorms.
to 3:30 in the basement, January 19th.
All right, so folks, first up for election is President Glenn Nocera, up for re-election. Was there any other candidate? Did anyone approach Lawrence to run, Larry I should say, we have a Lawrence, we have a Larry now, Larry to run for the position of president?
No.
So Glenn P. Nocera is unopposed.
Correct.
All right, does everyone agree that Glenn P. Nocera is I'm butchering this one. Dues
paying
paid
member. DPM.
I am filling that one.
Yeah.
That Glenn is a dues paid member and a member in good standing. Do we all agree?
Amen. Yes.
All right. Is there any, since there is no one running against Glenn P. Nocera, I move to have Glenn P. Nocera recognized for re-election as president of the club. Is there any objections?
None.
No.
Glenn P. Nocera, you have been re-elected by the club membership as president of the club.
Oh my God, no one's running against me, it feels like a Soviet Union.
Congratulations.
Good Soviet
Mr.
Union.
Cottrell Gore, you've decided not to run for vice president again, correct?
Correct.
Who was the gentleman who ran for vice president?
William Lloyd.
William Lloyd. All right. Was there anyone, Larry, running against William Lloyd for